Hey everyone, hey. So, welcome back to welcome back to See Your Soul 3 with me, Lise, your big sister. Tonight is going to be a tarot after dark. Now, I have made two readings because they just were taking long uploading, so now I'm making this one, but I'm going to make it shorter, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll work, right? We'll see. And because of this, I'm actually going to make another reading too. I've been getting a lot of messages about if we could do a what's their true intentions reading, so we will do that one next. And that is a bonus read for you guys. It is a way for me to say thank you for your patience and let the reading Tarot After Dark commence. All right, give me a second, guys. But before we do, let's do some Nag Shampa for me and some for you. All right, my beautiful collective, let's get ready to hop into Tarot After Dark. All right, guys, welcome back. Give me 1 minute. There we go. All right, welcome back. Let's hop in. So for those of you that have been with me from the beginning, you will notice I haven't taken this deck out in a while. I used to take this deck out a lot. So we will open it with the Tarot. I'll clarify as needed with the Poe deck, and we will end it with the Animal Spirit deck. All right, because these two go together. It's the Wild and Untamed Tarot, and then we have Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. All right, and the Wild and Untamed Spirit Animal deck, or Animal Spirit, I should say, because it's not necessarily a spirit animal. It is what animal spirit are you embodying at this time? Type energy. Okay, but let's hop in. Please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe, comment, share, follow. It is a free way to support your girl and my channel, and I'll keep making these reads. So let me know if you like this tarot after dark, or tarot as I call it, after dark. All right, and we will. The lovers wanted to pop out, but we'll see. Spirit, show me for the collect of the Eve. Where is their energy vibing at right now? Where are they at? Like, what's going on with them? Show me their energy right now. Make it flip or turn over, please. Oh, I love this for you. Is there any more? Nice. What your energy is newness. You have been waiting for some sort of newness, and it is here. The Fool. There's a brand new beginning, a brand new journey on its way, right? Excuse me. I was choking on the nog smoke. My bad. But it does still smell good. I just didn't expect to inhale it through my throat. Okay. So, your vibe is it's like jumping into something new that you've been waiting to do or waiting for. There's just a newness, a freshness to this. You've been waiting for this newness to happen. Now, we can talk about the Fool's Journey all day long. I also think for those of you that may be, I don't know, it's called something else for those that are like religious. Like we call it the Fool's Journey. In tarot, spiritualists, right? Spiritual people. In religion, in like organized religion, they call it something else. It's not the Fool's Journey, it's something else, the journey. But it's basically the same thing. You have to go through all of the motions, all the trials and tribulations to be able to be your best, highest self. If you don't go through the trenches in ways, you can only learn through people for so long, right? We all need to make our own way in life, yes, but it's like we have to do the things in life, because we can't live through the experiences of others, because that's playing it safe. Yes, we can learn through the experiences of others, but we can't live through them, if that makes sense. And I don't know why that's important, but it is. To hear. So take it how it resonates. Remember, guys, take what resonates, make it fit, but don't force it. 444 on the clock. So there could have been security and protection of your finances, home life, and stability. in addition to your vibe is you are jumping into something that you've been waiting to start. So it's like you've already taken the leap. And it's like where you are taking the leap, or where you took the leap to this new part of the journey, because every time we complete one journey, we are starting another, right? So this is just another journey on the road of your life. And so it's like you've already, what you're going into, the newness, it's been waiting for you to take that leap, and you have, right? It's like you've been waiting for the newness, but the newness has been waiting for you. And so you took that leap into some kind of freshness. And now it's just like, sky's the limit, baby. Look at that. Look at that. And it's all of the colors, like, of the rainbow, of the universe. It's like the newness into what you are waiting for. You are creating something too. It's also waiting for your ship, coming in, jumping into something that's waiting for you, that you've been waiting for. And you're going to get to pick what that is. It's something like that is what I have. All right. But we can clarify real quick. Give me a clarification. Show me, what's that combo? Oh my gosh. Look, guys, 2 different decks, 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. It's something that's been waiting for you, even though you think you've been waiting for it. The universe has been waiting for you to take this leap, and it's like here. So what you've been waiting for, or what's been waiting for you, and what you've been wanting to do, it's all like the same. It's here. 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. There is a 1 in 78 chance per deck that you're going to get the same card, period. Okay. And in some decks, like the Poe deck and this one, there's an extra card. So there's at least 78 cards per tarot deck. And is a 1 in 78 chance of the cards coming out, because there's 78 cards per deck if we don't include the bonuses that some decks have. If you get like collectors, or, it just depends, right? But you got 2. So the clarification on this is what you've been waiting for has been waiting for you to take the leap. You may have thought something was like a whirl, because I'm getting like whirlpool too. But you don't, it's like you've been, what you've been waiting for has been waiting for you too. But maybe you were afraid to take that leap because you thought it was going to be like a whirlpool. But what is a whirlpool? It's like a downward spiral, right? Because what does a whirlpool do? Have you ever like had a pool and like, like when I was really little, we had like a pool, right? It wasn't like anything like super fancy, but it was like 4.5, 5 feet, right? And me and my 3 cousins, myself, my sister, and my 2 cousins, the 4 of us, we would play in the pool, and we'd run around, and it would create a whirlpool. Now, because it wasn't like super deep, we would just go around, and then we'd try to fight the current and all that, right? But what I mean is, if it was deeper, so if you've done that, then you understand what I'm saying, right? With the whirlpool thing. And what I'm saying is, but the deeper you go into, we'll say life, or a pool that has more depth, that whirlpool, if it happens, like in the ocean, it's going to pull you down. So it's like you might have been afraid to take the leap into something because you were like, I don't want to be sucked back in, or I don't want to get sucked in. I don't want it to be a downward spiral. Sorry guys, I just had to let my family know that I was recording because they just walked in. All right, but what you have realized, or you're about to, so this is either happening now or it's about to, right? Because it's either you're going through this now or it's a prediction, right? Energy doesn't lie. But it's like you realize that it doesn't have to be a downward spiral, because there may be a whirlpool that could suck in, but what do? You move the ship into safety. So that whirlpool is still there, or for lack of a better term, the downward spiral is still there, but you are away from that. You are jumping into something that's been waiting for you, and you've been waiting for it. It's something like that. And the wait is over is what I'm getting, right? It's what I'm getting here. I love this for you. I really do. Let's see what the situation is. Show me for the collective, what is the situation? The Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords. Some kind of stop to this. Thoughts, anxiety, being trapped in your own mind. For some of you, for others of you, this is an end of a cycle, and excitement is here, because the flip side of the Nine of Swords is excitement, and I can see it both ways. The situation is a cycle has ended or is about to, right? And there is, it's like, this could be like paranoia, thoughts, but if that is what it is, the cycle to that is ending, but it doesn't feel like it's you. It's like there's this, it's like, seems like a dual message. The situation is a cycle is done. The wheel of fortune, the wheel of destiny is going in your favor. That's how I'm seeing the wheel right now. And that could be bringing a lot of anxiety and paranoia to others, or it could be also be saying that there is an end to you just being stuck in your head and thinking the worst and not being crippled in fear and anxiety that's not real. There's an end to that. There's also an end to, it's everything I just said, okay? And let's see, I wasn't ready, but that was the Father of Cups. We'll see if it wants to come back out. Let's see what the advice is. Actually, no. Spirit, show me what's in the collective's blind spot. What don't they see coming? Some sort of practical, balanced choice that's going in the favor. There's a victory on a practical choice. Like something's being weighed out. It's this or that, but it's tangible, practical, here and now. There is a victory to that, or a transformation to that. After the fives come the sixes. So after a battle comes the victory. And with the butterfly, the battle is when it's a caterpillar and stuck, in its cocoon in a tree. And then when, because it still has to be wary of, it could still get eaten. Who's to say that it won't? A lot of caterpillars do. They just have that cocoon, right? But if the caterpillar positions itself and makes the cocoon in the right spot, even in the thickest of thick of shit, the insect or whatever that eats caterpillars isn't, the spider, whatever, isn't going to get it. And then it will, there also are some, like butterflies, it gets itself out of the cocoon, and there, it's like a victory to something practical, but it's also a victory, something that you may have only thought was two choices. You made the third choice, because it's like, now I'm higher than I was. So it's like when you were down here as a caterpillar, not to say that it's bad, but you're with other caterpillars. And so when you go into the cocoon and then you transform out, the butterfly isn't going to hang out down here when it can fly. So that is what I got in your blind spot, is you not realizing or seeing that something has to go the way that it's going to go, and it's for your growth, whatever that is, right? However it works. But Spirit wants you to know you've come out of the fucking worst of it and you transform. Blue is also significant of throat chakra, is what I'm getting as well. So there could be bringing to light, like things that are like, which is it, this or this? Let me look at this. It's not even logically. Let me look at this tangible, practical, here and now. Let me look at this and see. And there's something about speaking on this too. I'm getting a lot of different messages, so please just take what resonates. That's what's in your blind spot. We're going to quickly clarify to see if there's anything further that wants to come out with regards to what's in your blind spot. Do we need to clarify this message? Like strategy, even though there were two things, right? There's a strategy for this caterpillar to be able to come up out of here, and it's something like that. But it's also saying there was a strategy to it, but this also could be saying liar, cheat, thief. So there is two sides of the coin. One is like liar, cheat, thief. The other is like coming out of that. You can only grasp the liar, cheat, thief, or the predator for the butterfly can only get at it when it's here. But once the butterfly starts, raises its, wouldn't even say vibration, but transforms into a butterfly. The caterpillar transforms into the butterfly. This sneakiness, this liar, cheat, thief, which could just be a predator that wants to eat the butterfly, but it just can't get at it because it can only get at it when it's here, when it's vulnerable, when its back is turned, when it's vulnerable in the cocoon. It can't get at it when it's fucking flying high. There's also something about the truth is what I'm getting. All right, let's see what the advice is, and then we'll hop into final thoughts, and then we'll check out what your animal spirit, what you're embodying right now. Let's get into the advice for the collective spirit. Show me the advice. Justice. The advice is to just, whoa, what? Okay, there's the Magician. The Emperor wanted to come out, the Father of Swords, and then we had the Fool at the bottom. So I'm going to take all of these because I don't see things for no reason. And if something's peeking out in a way, that's a sign to me. So the advice is the justice is good that you seek, or the balance, right? This could be karmic justice. This could be legal justice. It's going to be how it's going to be. It's representative major arcana for Libra. So you could be a Libra, but you don't have to be. You also could be an Aquarius. You don't have to be. You also could be another Aquarius. You don't have to be. Or you could be an Aries. You don't have to be. But what I see here is 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcanas and 1 trump card, 2. So in a 78 card deck, which is a normal tarot deck, without the bonuses, right? There's only 22 major arcanas, which we've talked about this. It is like divine intervention. So for the justice to come in, the balance, the white, the white, the dark, the white and the black, the light and the dark, in order to be able to see the truth of this, because it also looks like light against dark, but there's like the sword of truth, which we could also see as the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, piercing down into the middle. And as you can see, the black here has the white here, and the white has the black. So for every dark, there is a speck of light, and for every light, there is a speck of dark. For the light to be this way, it has to work through its dark. But what also do we know? For the dark, for every speck of light, the dark cannot survive. So really light wins is what I'm getting. But the advice is to just know that justice is here in some way, shape, form, or fashion, however it's going to be, right? And sometimes we have to look at it logically. Like sometimes things don't end up in our favor sometimes, but it's because of the way that we did something. Not that you did something wrong, but we may have missed something, and so the truth couldn't really come out, right? On the flip side, it's saying that justice is here and not to worry. Just to keep going with this new movement, because the Fool is back out, right, at the bottom of the deck, which is the, it's like the surrounding energy right here. And then we have the Emperor, the Father of Swords, and the Magician. So these two cards also talk about legalities. This is also the Sword of Truth, but this is a balance of all the chakras. So it's like I'm speaking the truth and I'm balanced and rooted in every single way. You know, you don't come to the Father of Swords with feelings or with thoughts. You come in the aspect of facts don't care about feelings, neither does the King of Swords. What do you know to be true? It's like that, right? And it's like you're moving like a boss in the truth, and you are making your dreams come true with the Magician here. You have everything that you need to co-create with spirit. So you got the mind, you have the resources, and you have the creativity. And you have the action to move forward with it, and then you create with the universe. So it's basically manifestation. How do we mean that? The idea, and from the ethers, you bring it down, the ethers, the imagination, you bring it down to earth, and then you make it happen. That's manifestation, people, and that is the Magician. I mean, I really love this for you. Let's see what we have for final thoughts, and then we'll hop into the animal spirit. Final thoughts. Ace of Pentacles to the Mother of Cups. So there is some spirit is giving, there's a love for a financial abundance that's coming. there is, that's what's happening. You're getting a gift from spirit because of the action that you've taken, the things that you've done. Things are going in motion, how it is. And what do we know about, look at this. And this is going to be something big because this is like a tree, and this is an old ass tree too. So you could have ancestors on your side, because for every ring counts as a year. This must be like, what, 1,000-year-old tree. There's an abundance coming to you. Yes, it's on the tangible, practical here and now. So for some of you, it could be an inheritance. For others of you, this could be symbolic for your ancestors are trying to like communicate to you, something like that, right? Just take what applies, let the rest fly. That's what I have for the final thoughts. But let's hop into the wild and unknown animal spirit deck. What animal spirit are you embodying at this time on this part of your journey? What animal spirit wants to be seen? What is the collective vibing at? What animal spirit is beside them right now on this part of their journey? Show me, spirit. The elk. Wow, you have the elk, but you also have the vulture, the panther, wow, the scorpion, and then the octopus wanted to come out along with the fire ants, and then we end with the lion and, oh my God, the black egg. So let's break this down. Here we go. So there is like, I don't know, 36 cards, and 8 of them are spirit cards with this is spirit, right? Then there's earth, water, fire, and air. And so you come out strong with the elk. The elk is a earth creature. It is powerful. It is also a solar energy as well. It is, it's like peaceful, right? But you don't want to fuck with an elk either, because it will fuck you up. It's something like that. Like, I don't know. That's just what I'm getting, right? You're embodying that in a sense. Something could be familiar with like a blood moon. There could have been a blood moon, or coming into, was there a full moon in Cancer or something? I don't know, but there's something about that. And what else do we know about elks? Elks, see these antlers? That means that's how old it is. So for an elk to live a really long time, it has to outwit its predators, outsmart it, maneuver it. And so each one of these points is representative of a year. That's why when you, people will hunt, they'll say, oh, I got an 11-point duck or an 8-point duck. Not duck, buck. It's an 8-point buck or 11-point buck or, 7-point buck. That is representative of the age of it, that it's been around for a while. So it's, hunters are very proud of, the sport of it, but also, a true hunter eats what they hunt. But it's more so like the pride in a good way, that like, of getting something that has been so elusive, right? But on the side of the elk, it has been able to survive through the harshness of not only the weather, but the predators, which in this case would be, like humans or a bear. It's something like that, right? But we also have here the vulture and the panther. So what we know about the vulture and the panther. So the panther and the vulture. So the vulture there may have been a point in time where it's like embodying the vulture just means that for whatever reason, you are able to get to understand the lower scavenger energy, and you're able to move and navigate through that. Because what do we know about the panther? The panther talks about, as well as the vulture, but mostly the panther talks about self growth and reflection. You have to go through the fucking dark to find the light, and then growth happens. And as we're growing, you learn to understand the lower creatures or the lower energy around you, and have an appreciation in a sense, because if it wasn't for vultures, they wouldn't eat the dead things that are, rotting and maybe not very good for other animals to eat, because the vulture doesn't get sick if it eats an animal that's rabid, and it doesn't typically, it's just immune to a lot, right? It's something like that. I hope that's making sense. But you also have the scorpion here, and then the octopus. So we all know about what scorpion is, period. You don't want to get too close because it will sting, right? And what do we know about an octopus? It will cut off its own arm to save its life. It's like walking through fire. Wow. And what do we know about Scorpios? Well, this is a scorpion, I know, but it's representative of Scorpio. They are the phoenix. They will walk through fire to save their own life. Then we have the fire ants. So it's like, even though there may be a ton of like fire ants around, they're only good when they're around each other. You put them in an area that is unfamiliar to them, like a different anthill, they won't survive. So it's something like that. And that is what I have for you guys. The last thing is the black egg. So after all of what I just said, Spirit has a gift for you. Now, the black egg is the one of the eggs that it's just unknown what is happening, but it's like a dragon egg. There is something magical that has been burning inside of you. And because of the action that you've taken or are taking or will take, this is just the result of it. This also is representative of crown chakra. So you could be coming into some spiritual gifts, or you could be diving into ancient knowledge, or just some older knowledge that, or belief systems that are now a part of you. Something like that. But it's the black egg. It means something special is coming out of this, because you've sat on this egg. You've warmed this egg. Now it's time to let it hatch. By jumping off the cliff, you've done that, and expect good things coming. That's what I have for you, beautiful collective. I'm going to upload this right now, and we are hopefully going to see that in a minute, and then we're going to hop in. I'm going to start another reading for what is their true intentions, and it will be it'll be a love read, but it also could do with business or friends or family too. So we will do that in a minute. All right, bye, collective. I love you. Let me know if this reading resonates. Bye.